Welcome to Dinar Shift, the channel dedicated to navigating the complex world of Iraqi finance with clarity and precision. Today, we are tackling a subject that has defined discussions within this community for well over a decade, moving past the speculation to look directly at the confirmed actions taken by Iraq's financial institutions. For years, the conversation has been dominated by rumors, conflicting theories, and a significant amount of uncertainty regarding the ultimate fate of the Iraqi dinar. However, recent developments have shifted the landscape entirely, moving us away from the realm of guesswork and into a phase of tangible confirmation. The updates we are discussing today are arguably some of the most significant we have ever covered because they address the core debate head-on. Is Iraq planning a simple deletion of zeros known as a LOP, or is the nation preparing for a genuine structural revaluation? To understand the magnitude of the current situation, we must first dismantle the long-standing rumor that a LOP was the only path forward. For years, analysts and observers debated whether the Central Bank of Iraq would simply conduct a cosmetic redenomination, effectively wiping 3 zeros off the banknotes while leaving the actual value of the currency unchanged. This theory gained traction because it is a standard procedure for nations battling hyperinflation or collapsing economies. It is a quick administrative fix designed to make accounting easier without actually solving underlying economic problems. Because Iraq faced years of instability, conflict, and economic isolation, many outsiders assumed that a LOP was the inevitable conclusion. However, the evidence emerging in 2025 suggests that this assumption was fundamentally flawed and ignored the country's vast economic potential. The narrative has officially changed, not because of hopeful thinking, but because the financial authorities in Iraq are finally clarifying their long-term monetary direction. We are witnessing a systematic rejection of the LOP hypothesis in favor of a strategy that focuses on increasing the purchasing power of the national currency. This distinction is critical because a country that intends to merely delete zeros does not need to engage in the complex, high-level reforms that Iraq has executed over the last few years. The emerging data points to a comprehensive plan to restructure the dinar's value in a way that reflects the nation's recoverability and resource wealth, rather than simply printing new banknotes to hide inflation. Let's delve deeper into the concept of purchasing power, as the specific language being used by Iraqi officials tells a very revealing story. In a standard redenomination or LOP scenario, purchasing power remains static. 1,000 dinars becomes 1 dinar, but it buys the exact same loaf of bread. However, the current rhetoric from Baghdad is centered on restoring strength and raising the value of the currency. These are phrases that are never used in the context of a cosmetic reset. When government officials and economic advisors publicly discuss enhancing the dinar's ability to purchase goods and services, they are signaling a move toward a real effective exchange rate adjustment, which completely contradicts the logic of a simple zero deletion event. The timing of these developments is another crucial factor that supports the revaluation structure over the LOP theory. If a government plans to conduct a cosmetic change, they can do so relatively quickly and without satisfying strict international standards. Yet, Iraq has spent years meticulously fulfilling major requirements set by global financial bodies. We have seen a complete modernization of the banking sector, a massive accumulation of foreign currency reserves, and a crackdown on corruption and money laundering. These are not the actions of a failing economy looking for a quick fix. They are the foundational steps of a nation preparing to integrate its currency into the global financial system at a competitive rate. It is vital to clearly distinguish between redenomination and revaluation, as these terms are often used interchangeably, despite having opposite meanings in this context. A redenomination is purely administrative. It changes the face of the money without changing the wealth of the holder. If you held 1 million dinars before a LOP, you would hold 1,000 units after, with no gain in value. A revaluation, however, is a deliberate upward adjustment of the currency's exchange rate against foreign currencies, the path Iraq is currently walking, evidenced by its technical preparations and policy shifts, is unequivocally aligned with a revaluation model designed to increase the intrinsic worth of the dinar. A major piece of evidence supporting this structural shift is the recently completed integration of the Iraqi banking system with international digital platforms. Over the past 12 months, there has been a quiet but massive overhaul of the country's financial architecture, including the implementation of advanced digital auditing and real-time settlement systems. These technologies are designed to handle cross-border transactions with speed and transparency, a requirement for any currency that intends to trade globally. If the goal were simply to print new notes with fewer zeros, investing millions in high-tech global compliance systems would be entirely unnecessary and a waste of resources. This technological upgrade includes the successful completion of compliance testing, meaning Iraq's banks are now capable of communicating seamlessly with the global financial network. This capability is essential for what is known as rate synchronization. When a country adjusts its currency's value on the international stage, that new rate must be instantly recognized by banks from New York to London to Dubai. Iraq has confirmed that its systems are ready for this level of connectivity. This level of preparation indicates a plan to activate a currency that carries real weight in international trade, rather than a restricted, purely domestic currency that has undergone a cosmetic facelift. We must also address the unification of the exchange rate, a topic that has caused significant confusion among observers for a long time. There has been a persistent rumor that Iraq might implement a dual rate system, with one value for citizens inside the country and a different, lower value for those holding dinar internationally. However, the modern banking structure that Iraq has adopted makes such a tiered system effectively impossible. In the digitized world of global finance, currencies operate on a unified value framework. The systems Iraq has integrated with, such as SWIFT and global forex platforms, require a single standardized rate to function, confirming that the new value will be global. The critics who argue that Iraq is too unstable to support a stronger currency are relying on outdated data that no longer reflects the reality on the ground. Today, Iraq stands as one of the most resource-rich nations in the Middle East, with expanding energy production and a government that is actively diversifying its revenue streams. The strategic move to reduce reliance on the US dollar for internal commerce is a clear signal of national confidence. By forcing the domestic market to operate in dinars, the government is creating natural demand for the currency, a necessary precursor to increasing its value. You do not strengthen domestic demand for a currency you plan to structurally weaken or cosmetically alter. Furthermore, the transparency we are seeing from the Iraqi government is a radical departure from the secrecy of the past. State media channels have begun airing educational programs discussing the dinar's purchasing power and the economic benefits of a stronger national currency. This public psychological preparation is a strategic move. Governments typically do not raise public expectations about currency strength unless they have the mechanisms in place to deliver on those promises. This public outreach serves to align the citizens' mindset with the upcoming monetary changes, ensuring that the population is ready to embrace a revitalized dinar. The role of international oversight cannot be overstated in this analysis, particularly the involvement of the International Monetary Fund and the United States Treasury. These organizations have been deeply embedded in Iraq's reform process, guiding the central bank through years of policy adjustments. A simple LOP does not require such intense international supervision or the rigorous implementation of anti-money laundering protocols. The fact that these global entities have supported Iraq's transition to transparent market-based mechanisms suggests that the end goal is a currency that is fully compliant and tradable on the global market, something a mere redenomination would not achieve. Let's look closer at the technical infrastructure argument, which serves as a smoking gun for the revaluation case. Iraq has aligned itself with the ISO 20022 standard, a global language for electronic data interchange between financial institutions. This standard is the future of global banking, allowing for data-rich payments and higher interoperability. Adopting this standard is a rigorous process that signals a country's intent to be a major player in global finance. It ensures that when the Central Bank of Iraq pushes a button to update the rate, that information is transmitted accurately and securely worldwide. This is the architecture of a revaluation, not a domestic accounting fix. The legislative support for these changes has also been mounting, with the Iraqi parliament passing laws designed to protect and promote the national currency. These legal frameworks include strict penalties for dealing in black market dollars and incentives for using the dinar in contracts and trade. By solidifying the legal standing of the currency and ensuring it is the sole tender for domestic transactions, lawmakers are building a protective wall around the dinar. This legal fortification is necessary to maintain stability once the value is adjusted upward, preventing market volatility and ensuring the new rate holds firm. From a macroeconomic perspective, the broader recovery of Iraq provides the fertile ground necessary for a currency revaluation. We are seeing a resurgence in foreign investment, the rebuilding of critical infrastructure, and the formation of new trade partnerships with major global economies like China and Europe. Iraq is transitioning from a post-conflict state to a developing market with immense potential. A strong currency is often the crown jewel of such a recovery, acting as a signal to the world that the nation is open for business. It lowers the cost of imports, which is vital for a country rebuilding its infrastructure, and it attracts long-term investors seeking stability. The accumulation of foreign reserves is another technical indicator that heavily favors the revaluation narrative over the LOP. Iraq has steadily built up billions of dollars in foreign currency reserves and has significantly increased its gold holdings. In economic terms, these reserves act as a buffer or a safety net. When a country revalues its currency upward, it needs deep pockets to defend that new rate against market fluctuations. Iraq has spent years filling those pockets. If the plan were simply to lop zeros, holding such massive reserves would be less critical. The buildup suggests they are preparing to defend a much higher valuation. We must also consider the geopolitical implications of a revalued dinar. A stronger Iraqi currency alters the balance of economic power in the region, allowing Iraq to assert more independence in its trade dealings. It allows the nation to pay for imports with a powerful national currency, rather than constantly depleting foreign reserves. This shift aligns with the government's stated goal of regaining economic sovereignty. A cosmetic LOP does nothing to improve Iraq's standing in trade negotiations, whereas a value increase places them on a stronger footing with regional neighbors and global partners. Addressing the fears of those who still believe a reversal to a LOP is possible. The logistical point of no return seems to have been passed. The systems currently live in Iraqi banks are designed for global integration, not isolation. To revert to a LOP strategy now would mean undoing years of technological progress and breaking the compliance standards that have been painstakingly implemented. The path of least resistance at this stage is to follow through with the revaluation structure that the infrastructure was built to support. The government has invested too much political capital and financial resources to settle for a cosmetic change that offers no economic benefit. When the moment of activation finally arrives, the process is expected to be instantaneous due to the digital nature of modern markets. The Central Bank of Iraq will authorize the new rate, and through the secure channels of the SWIFT system and other interbank networks, this new value will propagate globally. There will be no lag time where the rate is one thing in Baghdad and another in London. The digital synchronization ensures that the unified rate is reflected on banking screens, forex exchanges, and trading platforms simultaneously, eliminating the opportunity for arbitrage or confusion. For the citizens of Iraq, this transition represents a restoration of dignity and economic ease. A revalued dinar means that their salaries and savings effectively purchase more, raising the standard of living and reducing the cost of imported goods. This deflationary effect on consumer prices is exactly what the government aims to achieve to alleviate poverty and stimulate the middle class. By restoring confidence in the currency, the government also encourages citizens to bank their money rather than hoarding cash, further strengthening the financial sector's liquidity and stability for international holders and investors. The one global rate reality is a crucial concept to grasp. The fears of being locked out or subjected to a secondary inferior rate are unfounded in the context of the standardized banking systems Iraq has adopted. The protocols that govern international finance demand equal treatment of a currency regardless of where it is held. Once the dinar is fully Article 8 compliant and tradable, the value in an international account will match the official value set by the Central Bank of Iraq, adhering to the principles of the global market. The security aspect of this transition is also paramount. By transparently integrating with the global system, Iraq is closing the doors on the chaotic, unregulated currency auctions that plagued its economy for years. The move to a structured, internationally recognized valuation brings the dinar out of the shadows of the black market and into the light of regulated finance. This transparency protects all stakeholders, ensuring that exchanges are conducted through legitimate, compliant banking channels rather than through speculative street markets. Reflecting on the journey, it is clear that this has been a marathon, not a sprint. Iraq has had to overcome immense challenges, from the devastation of war to the entrenchment of corruption. The fact that they have reached a point where they can credibly reject the LOP and prepare for a value increase is a testament to the resilience of the nation and the strict guidance of international advisors. This was a calculated, multi-year strategy to rebuild the monetary foundation of the country from the ground up, ensuring that when the change happens, it is sustainable. The rejection of the LOP narrative is more than just a policy decision. It is a declaration of intent. It signifies that Iraq views itself not as a failed state needing a reset, but as a wealthy nation ready to reclaim its status. The convergence of legislative reforms, banking modernization, reserve accumulation, and public messaging creates a unified picture that is impossible to ignore. The pieces of the puzzle have been placed with precision, revealing a roadmap toward a high-value, globally integrated currency. As we conclude this analysis, the takeaway is one of clarity and focus. The era of rumors regarding a cosmetic LOP is ending, replaced by the hard evidence of a structural revaluation. The reforms are real, the systems are live, and the intent has been signaled. Iraq is positioning itself for a new chapter in its economic history, one where the dinar reflects the true wealth of the land it represents. Thank you for tuning in to Dinar Shift for this essential update. We will continue to monitor every development as this historic financial transition unfolds. Stay informed, stay grounded, and keep watching the shift.